Hello, hello, and good afternoon to you all. How are you today? I hope you're doing great, and I hope you are in a beautiful location. Let me share where I am today. It is beautiful. I can call it definitely home, Gran Canaria. I'm so happy to be here, and I hope you're happy where you are. Let me know where you are based. Anyways, today's theme, as you will see very shortly on the screen, is all about procrastination. I wonder how many of you actually are calling themselves the master of procrastination. I know there are many people who can refer to this term, okay? So raise your hand, say hello if you're calling yourself master procrastinator. And I will talk exactly about this today. Why it is not healthy to call yourself master procrastinator, how actually it is affecting you, and how actually can we deal with procrastination in a nowadays world, which can be actually sometimes very tricky because there's so many things which are distracting us all the time. So how do we deal with procrastination when actually so many things are simply not allowing us to deal with procrastination? Okay, so these and a few more things will be covered in this video actually for you. So first of all, what is procrastination? Procrastination is when you are running away from something, not willing to deal with that. And that was the most tricky part about procrastination. The fact that very often there's a big elephant in a room which you choose not to deal with. And as a result, that's why you procrastinate about many other little tiny things in your life. So, for example, it could be a big project which you're dealing with right now in your personal life or maybe at work that actually is blocking the whole energy around you. It's blocking your thinking space. It's blocking your space just within your mental capacity to think about something else, right? So if you found yourself procrastinating currently or in the past, ask yourself, what was that big elephant? What was that big elephant that actually did not let me to break through, that actually was stopping me from doing many other really important stuff? What's the answer? Very often there will be one. Okay, and if you don't have one straight away, that's absolutely fine. It just means that actually the answer is hiding really deep in your subconscious, and of course it is hiding that from you because it doesn't want to be resolved, right? That's the big problem with this big elephant. It is so big that actually it's even so difficult to chew it, if you think about it metaphorically, right? And there's a joke, maybe many of you actually heard it many, many times. How do you eat an elephant? By cutting it first in chunks. Okay, that's exactly how you deal with big elephant, which is not letting you to move on in your life, which is making you procrastinate. You cut that big elephant into little chunks and you see, what exactly can I do today, tomorrow, after tomorrow, to help myself to deal with that big elephant. Okay, so that's first things first. How can you recognize that you're procrastinating and what exactly actually stops you from moving on? Okay, very often it is that big elephant, and you will see once you dealt with your big elephant how everything else will be a lot easier in your life. But actually, talking about how can we see, how can we recognize that you actually procrastinate? That's a really good question because some people, they don't even seem like they are procrastinating. They seem like they're very busy, they're on spot, they do so many things, they're so proactive and active, and many things are happening for them. Guess what? That also could be a sign of your procrastination. If all of a sudden you are busier than ever and you're dealing with everything else rather than that big elephant in the room, that means you are procrastinating. The other signs of procrastination could be you being a bit depressing, being a bit just not on the spot, not usually you, maybe a bit too laid back, maybe you're too sleepy, maybe you are avoiding people, maybe you are just out of your normal state. So if you ask yourself, what is my normal state? What is me being normal? Okay, is it more upbeat or is it more slowing down? Okay, so whatever is not normal you, it could be a sign of you procrastinating. Remember, procrastination very often is so well hidden that you can't even see that. Professional will spot it right away, but yourself might not even see that. Okay? The other question which I'm asked very often when it comes to procrastination: how else can we deal with that? Okay, now we see there's a big elephant, and once we deal with that big elephant, then obviously we can progress and we can do more stuff. But what else can we do to prevent procrastination? And that is a really good question. The ways how you can prevent procrastination is first of all, and really, really important to remember, is stop being perfect. Stop being perfect. Because for as long as you are doing your best to be perfect, that is procrastinating, right? Because let's put it this way, there's no standards for being perfect. There's no rule what perfect is. There's no description what is your perfect. So for as long as you're doing your best to be perfect, you actually are procrastinating. Okay? Do it. And ask yourself a question: is this good enough? And I don't mean right now to start slacking and lowering your standards, because I have high standards myself as well. And I used to be such a perfectionist that I recognized that actually me being perfectionist is me procrastinating, because I actually wasn't even finishing things. So I learned how to ask myself, is this good enough for now? Okay, is this good enough for now? Can you improve it? Of course you can. You can improve anything you want in life. But is this good enough for now, for today, for this week, for this hour? Okay, because once you will stop perfecting things, you'll be able to prevent procrastination. Okay, and second way how to prevent procrastination would be your own self-talk. The last thing what you want to do to yourself is to call yourself Master Procrastinator. And I kid you not, I heard that so often. Well, obviously, I do work with people, and I work with people who are high achievers, who want to achieve a lot. But very often, these high achievers, because they set up such high standards for themselves, what they want to achieve, they would come up with this phrase: "I'm a master a procrastinator," right? Which means they got to match that description, right? Because if you believe you're a master procrastinator, now you have to do everything to match that image. Okay, so who are you? Come up with identity, come up with avatar, come up with a face that actually you can refer to, and ask yourself, what would that person do? Okay, it could be even as easy as you at the next level. So if I would ask myself, it will be, what would Olga at the next level do? Okay, what would Olga at the next level say? What would Olga at the next level come up with, right? So this way, you change your master procrastinator to something that actually will be quite inspiring and quite helpful for you, okay? And that's really important, because the more you refer to yourself as that new person, it could be proactive, it could be successful, it could be the one who's always dealing with everything. It could be whatever you want. Seriously, there is no right or wrong how you should refer to your own avatar, to your own new identity, right? But for as long as, remember that, for as long as you refer to yourself as a master procrastinator, you will be procrastinating even more. Okay? And the third thing is, and I know this because I see it again and again and again with my clients with whom I work, and also I've seen it in myself, is the more you set up for yourself, almost like the more goals you want to achieve, the more things you have on your to-do list, the less things you will do. Why? Because it's too much to chew. Right? Imagine on your plate you have everything. You have a start, you have main course, you have dessert, you have soup. Where do you even start? Like, it doesn't even look appetizing anymore, right? So the same happens when you have too many things happening at the same time. Okay? Somebody very wise said once, focus at one thing at a time. It really works. Focus at one thing at a time. Okay? If it is a goal you want to achieve, and goals humongous and big and hairy and scary, good. I'm up for big and scary and hairy goals. But in that case, ask yourself, what is the one step I can do today? one step I can do today towards my goal. Don't think about the big, heavy goal every day because your mind can't comprehend that much. It's just way too much to deal with. Okay? So that's a good question to ask yourself. What can I do today towards my goal? What is the one step I can do today towards my goal, towards my vision, towards my mission, whatever it is? There's no right or wrong. But remember, when you have too many things on your plate, you don't know where to start. Okay, it doesn't look appetizing, it doesn't look good to set with your goals. When your mind sees so many things to achieve at the same time, it doesn't know where to start. Okay, and this is where you start procrastinating. This is where you start doing something else and you start avoiding things. And this is really important point as well. I'm not sure how much you know about our inner saboteurs. I'm more than happy to introduce you to that because that is absolutely life-changing. But one of the saboteurs that is living within ourselves is avoider. An avoider is going hand in hand with your procrastinator. Why? Because procrastinator says, well, I don't know how to do that. That's too much. It's just, I don't know. I just don't feel good. And avoider says, that's good. Let's go and do something that you will really, really enjoy. For example, and it has always so many things to do for you. Call your friends, to go out, to have lunch with somebody instead of making phone calls, maybe to do even self-care. My avoider, for example, for a very long time was actually self-care. It was meditation, it was my yoga, it was all those beautiful things which were really, really good, but they were holding me back from doing really important things. Okay, so talking about avoidance, I'm inviting you to pay attention to how exactly your avoider is holding you back, how exactly your avoider is helping your procrastinator, what your avoider is telling you to do instead. Okay, because once you'll be able to become more self-aware, where your procrastinator talks to your avoider and they both agree to do something else instead of what you should do, then you'll progress in life. Okay, so I'm inviting you today to really pay attention. What exactly are you doing instead of what you should be doing? Where exactly are you going instead of where exactly you should be going? Whom are you calling instead of whom you were supposed to call? Whom are you sending email instead of what you were supposed to do? Right? So pay attention to your actions, because whatever actions you do to avoid dealing with the most important things, this is how you feed your procrastination. Okay? So pay close attention to what exactly your avoider is making you to do. Simple as that. This is how, in the long term, you'll be able to prevent yourself from procrastination. I hope it helps. I'll be answering your comments, I'll be answering your questions. Please drop below if you have any. And also, I'm inviting you to jump with me on a call for literally 30 minutes so we can see what is holding you back? What is actually not letting you progress in life? What actually is not allowing you to live the life that you always wanted to live? And before I go, let me share with you this beautiful environment where I am today, which is absolutely stunning. I hope you can see the palm trees. I hope you can see the sunshine. I think the sunshine actually just literally came out, the sun, because it was quite a great morning today, I must say. But today is definitely looking a lot better. So anyways, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this and I hope you will learn something from here. I hope today actually will be the day when you will stop procrastinating, when actually you will start doing things in your life, the most important things that actually will lead you to the greatest success in your life. Remember, I'm here for you to answer your questions, and I'm also here for you to help you to scan your mindset so we can see what stops you from living the life that you deserve.